Coup de grace, you motherfuckers! Welcome to the Space Rangers podcast.
Welcome to Space Rangers. I am YG Hippie, and that is
Jymoki Biggs, and that is
Paul Blart, the Moco.
Paul Blart?
that's Paul Blart, Gabriel Iglesias, our brother in space.
Paul. Hold on. Before we start this, what do you want us to call you? Like, what do you want us to call your name, or you just want to?
I mean, I could give 2 squirts of fried cum, bro.
All right, Paul.
I'm just gonna call you Paul Blart. Then I guess I'll just call you Paul.
Paulie.
Is that just gonna be my alias for this fucking
It's
podcast?
gonna be your
Paul
alias
Blart?
for the podcast.
Nah, dude, fuck that shit. Call me Nunez or Hondro.
I kind of want to redo it, to be honest.
Welcome to the Space Rangers podcast, you motherfuckers. I'm Jymoki Biggs.
And I'm YG Hippie, and now we have our guest here. We're gonna call him Hondro Blart. Welcome, Hondro. How you doing?
That was definitely our first try at the intro.
Yes, you're right, you fucking asshole. I'm doing all right, gentlemen. How are y'all? It's good to see y'all again. See y'all's beautiful faces.
Of course, it was great to see yours. What? This is some fucking tomfoolery.
I've never heard
David, it's great seeing your face.
In my bullshit. Thanks, man. Just enjoying a beer, so you know it's always a good time.
I'm enjoying some rye whiskey. Nobody gives a fuck, Indy.
Well, I think the lovelies back on Earth do give a fuck because you can't get this shit on Earth. On Cumface's planet, we got some.
They fucking alien space come from Cumface world.
We got fucking Zognoid cum, and this shit gets you fucked up.
Oh.
This...
That's where eggnog comes from.
You heard it here first on the Space Rangers podcast. Hood has an outlet on Cumface's planet.
There's a whole fucking explosion just happened behind me. The whole fucking world just exploded. What the fuck is the
Shit, it's still exploding.
What is the fucking Queen of the Cosmos doing? Where is she?
She's taking a nap. Maybe she's having a bad dream.
This is an awesome show.
Yo, what if that's why God? All right, so.
All right, tell me.
All right.
The world isn't real. It's just God's imagination, and everything that happens is just out of His control. It just happens because the subconscious allows it.
Whoa.
So like God's on one nice acid trip, and we're all just what's going on in his brain.
Yeah.
That's a pretty fucked up acid trip.
That would make sense. It would make sense of why nothing fucking makes sense.
It would make sense why nothing makes sense. That's why I thought of it. I butchered the whole delivery of this. I was more thinking of that everything that God thinks about constantly is why things happen on Earth. So anything like you know without a filter. You know how
what would happen if Joe Biden was president?
So my thought here is that he's like, you know how we have thoughts. We have, some of us have fucked up thoughts, but we have a filter. We don't say them because we know, okay, that's fucked up. God's just
we're just those fucked up thoughts.
We're the unfiltered God.
We're unfiltered God thoughts. I've never heard a better theory about the universe than that.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, we're just unfiltered God thoughts. Every time he's just sitting there smoking a pipe, chilling on a cloud, and he's like, what if Biden was president? And then it just fucking happens. And we're like, oh, what the fuck's going on? God damn it. Well, God works in mysterious ways. Sitting on his cloud, smoking his pipe.
What if Kanye was president?
Oh, look, it's another 747. Let me just grab that one out the sky. Oops. Well, I don't know what happened to that one. God works in mysterious ways.
Yeah.
He's just a fucking bored stoner on the couch.
Hell yeah.
Hey, it's like that book that Johnson was writing about the stoner just sitting on the bench.
Oh my god, bro. I want that book.
No, what the fuck?
I forgot about that, man.
Oh shit, how could you forget about it? He's burnt into my memory.
I don't waste your pearls before swine. It's something I've been trying to live by, and I just forgot about him.
Understandable.
I was thinking about that dude the other day.
It's good thought on somebody who's not worth it.
That man
gonna watch the podcast and be like, I wonder who they're talking about.
There's so many Johnsons out there.
Yes, that all 3 of us worked with in Tire Shop, yes.
what was this car company he made up? It was some dumbass Johnson car. It was like
Oh yeah, where he fucking strapped the F-18 motors onto
or
a
something.
fucking...
No, he was like he was like he really wanted to make actual cars. He like that was his dream. He was like, I want to make it was like the something so the whip or something like that. He's like
LJ Whip.
LJ Whip. That's what it was. Wait, hold on. I got it. I was like, all right, guys. Thanks. I just want to go ahead and have a sponsor break right now. Today's first sponsor is the LJ fucking Whip. If you want a dope ass ride, go head down to fucking LJ Whips and get you a dope ass LJ Whip. He may not be Elon Musk, but he sure is a Johnson. Try it out today.
Dope ass whips down there.
LJ Whips.
Dude, that man dreams too much. He needs to fucking wake up. All right.
Damn.
So, Andy, what kind of shit do we want to talk about David while he can't hear us?
Shit, man, I don't know.
Hello, microphone. How do you do? Get back up there. Goodbye.
David looks like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
Like what?
Shaggy.
Have you seen the movie Soul yet? I ask
Like
this every
Zoink
time.
Scoob.
I ask this every time we do a podcast. To every guest we have, I always talk about this fucking movie, but have you seen the movie Soul yet?
Soul?
Soul. On
No.
Disney Plus. Dude, watch it. It's really good.
I don't make that kind of money, David. I ain't
I
got
mean, I don't
them
make
kinds
that
of
money either. I steal it from Cumface.
Oh.
Cumface is like, hey man, I got Disney Plus and I got HBO Max. You want those? I'm like, don't ask, just give.
Just fucking get that shit.
I mean, you're here. Just go ahead and put that bitch on the Xbox. Go ahead and lock in the confirmation code. Put your information in. Smart TV, that shit. But yeah, it's a really good movie. I will say, for a person like me that doesn't really like Disney movies, it had no singing in it. There wasn't like any like, oh no, it wasn't none of that shit. It was just.
Well, I don't want to fucking watch it now.
No, I mean there was music and shit.
You know Handra
involved.
loves the fucking sing-alongs, man. He won't watch a movie unless he gets to sing along with it.
Yeah, dude, come on.
There's some good like songs and shit into it. They do jam out. They fucking jam out in the movie for sure because it's a movie about a jazz pianist and he fucking plays piano and shit. And he's really good. He fucking flows. But man, it just really make you appreciate life. Like it's not even funny. It made me cry like a baby. It was such a good movie. I watched it 10 times over.
I just smoked a jazz pianist in the garage.
What did you even say?
I smoked a jazz pianist in the garage. That's what I'm calling joints from now on. I'm calling them jazz penises.
Fucking... Oh my god.
Jazz penises. It's a jazz pianist.
As pianist, Indy.
Pianist.
Fuck, I don't have enough to drink for this.
Let's go ahead and get into the next part of this little bit of the show. As you know, our show is notorious for taking Space Ranger voyages, which is a cosmic voyage through the stars, usually through your own brain. Today's topic we have here with our guest, we'll be talking about his first experience tripping with us from his perspective, and then we'll go around from each person here telling each perspective. And I think it'll be a good show. It'll be a fun time.
So first time. Fuck. I remember I started off really bummed because y'all were like, "Oh, this is gonna be this great big thing. You know, we're going to space." And then, you know, I popped the capsule, and I'm like, "Bro, I ain't feeling anything." And then y'all are like, "Yeah, me neither." and then we each take a shit ton more.
We did do that.
I'm going to go ahead and cut you off right now because the worst thing you can do is take, I'm going to quote Ari Shafir, the worst thing you can do is take the wrong amount of drugs. Now we both know this from experience. You can take too much, but the worst thing you can do is take too little.
Oh, yeah.
Now you might be like, no, I don't know. I'm taking too much might be crazy. I've taken too much, and I still had a blast. I'm not going to knock it. I had a great time.
Yeah, you had a blast, but fucking two people.
We're not talking about that. Hey, don't whoa. Okay, that's a 1,000 subscriber special. We don't talk about that.
Yeah, we can go through that whole story.
Can we? I really want to just keep that in, but bleep out everything Nunez says.
That's the 1,000 subscribers special. We don't talk about that yet.
Yeah, that is the 1,000 subscriber special.
Anyway, so we had the worst thing to do is take the wrong amount of drugs, because then you're like, oh man, fuck, I just wasted my whole entire day thinking I was gonna have a great time, and now I'm just like fucking bored.
Yeah.
Drugs. Life sucks already. Just let me do something different. Fuck. And then you do that, and you're like, man. So the thing you want to do, to quote Ari Shafir, is take your normal amount plus 10%, or a little, just like a little tiny little sprinkle extra, because that's how you know you have a good time.
Just throw some tabs in a blender and then sprinkle that on top.
Yeah, just toss them in a blender, and then as they say, roses are red. That was a big mistake. Oh man, there's about 100 hits of acid in that cake.
Holy shit. We're having a great time at the fucking wedding tonight.
That was a fantastic time.
It's a fucking great wedding.
So I guess back to the original Space Ranger adventure that I had.
Our first adventure through the stars.
You were bummed out. Continue, sir.
Very soon after I was bummed out and we took more capsules, I was not bummed out. The walls were moving. That was fun.
The walls are doing the wiggles.
Oh, yeah.
Bits. Not Paul Blart. No, Ollie, go away. Now taste my pie, goddammit.
Alright.
All right, Jymoki over there looking fucking dumb as fuck.
Hey, you motherfucker.
We were sitting on the couch, and I kept asking, like, hey, man, you seeing this shit? It's like, yeah, man, this is your brain on drugs. And this motherfucker just kept saying that shit to me every time I'd ask how he was doing. And that was always fun to hear. Fucking not even freaking me out. It was just like, all right, cool. I remember at one point I got bored with whatever the fuck we were doing. I think we're watching like TV or like listening to comedians or some shit.
We were watching Midnight Gospel. Was that it?
No, that was a different time.
That was the time I ate all the gummy worms.
And I think you were in the kitchen doing some shit. And I just like look over and be like, "Hey man, you see all these fiddly bits?" You just be like, "Yeah, that's what happens whenever you're on a shit ton of drugs."
Were we watching Action Bronson at that point in time, or was
it was.
I don't remember.
We were watching Action. We were just trying to figure out what we were watching, but yeah.
I also remember YG Hippie was cooking steaks in the fucking kitchen.
Oh, that's what I was.
And my dumbass was like, "Man, this steak looks awesome. I'm gonna take a picture of it." And y'all two just started fucking laughing at my ass.
So, I'm gonna put some context behind this. You aren't the type of person that's like a talkative, outgoing person. And whenever you took your trip, you just completely like busted out of a shell that you just didn't even know you had, and you just completely just changed, and you was just like, "Dude, this is nuts. Everything's great. What the fuck? What have I been missing?" And you're like, "Dude, this is awesome. This fucking steak looks awesome. It's just a steak, but it's so fucking awesome." And I just thought it was so cool. So we just started laughing because we were like, "Fuck, man, we just introduced somebody into a whole new great world." And fuck, man, it's just, life sucks because yin and yang, and good and bad. But I'm gonna feel bad this whole entire podcast talking about this shit.
Hey, I'll make sure you feel bad, all right? No, but I remember another part that freaked me the fuck out was as you were cooking, you were singing one of the, I think it was Cocoa Butter Kisses.
Oh, and my voice was syncing up with that.
Yeah, and your voice was synced so perfectly. I was like, is he singing or am I just like tripping?
he's like, "Yo, is that karaoke or are you actually singing the song? Is the song on or are you singing it? What the fuck's going on, dog?"
I remember too when he said that, he looked like this. He was like, "Are you seeing the?" Like he just broke down.
So at this point in time, you're like, "Well, fuck, dude. Like, I don't want to just be like, yeah, I'm super fucking high because I've never been here before." But now you're questioning every little thing that you think about and you do because you're like, "This isn't normal. What the fuck am I even saying?" You're like, Dude, are you actually? That sounds stupid. Of course, it's actually yes. The song's actually on. It's not just coming from his fucking vocal cords. So that's the fun part about acid reverse trying. You're like, fuck, dude. Everything is just a possibility. It's all about how I choose to see it. So that's the best part about it is that you can literally just be like, nah, I'm a kid again. I'm just gonna go ahead and sing all this brand new.
Oh yeah, I ate that
Yeah, you really
fucking
can. You kind of get that
man.
childlike wonder back.
Oh yeah. Well, fucking. I remember, like, just for shits and giggles, we were out in the back smoking. Y'all were sitting out there smoking. And I was like, I want to go on a walk. And so I fucking walked out the back gate. And in my mind, I was like, I'm going to fuck with him. So I walked around to the front of the apartment. And I started knocking on the door. And I guess I was doing it a lot harder than I thought because the fucking neighbor poked their head out. And they were like, "Oh no, I'm not here for you. We're all good." And then fucking Lady Hippie over there
Lady
came over and
Hippie.
opened the door.
Madam Hippie.
Madam
Yeah.
Hippie.
And
Madam
she
Biggs and
fucking-
Madam Hippie. I love
She was
that.
like, "Nunez, what the fuck are you doing out here?" And that was fun. I went back, and I'm pretty sure y'all were just like, did you just like go inside to go to the bathroom or something? Because y'all noticed that I'd left but didn't know what I was doing.
No, we noticed that. I'm pretty sure we were all out like the back. We were still outside out back, and you came in the front door. We're like, where the fuck did you go? Like,
Yeah, no, in my head it was like, oh, that was a quick walk.
and you came in the front. We're like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah, the only thing that went through my head, like, I didn't get like tricked or anything. I was just like, damn, he went on a quick walk.
Also, like we were kind of nervous because it was your first time tripping. You were going on a walk by yourself, and I was like, this man is gonna. Maybe I don't want him to walk alone and then like feel like somebody's watching him and then just take off and then get lost.
Sprint down the road. I need to get on base. Let me on.
No, dude.
God. Fly me! Let me in! Let me in! So yeah, so you came back from your walk. That was chill.
Mhm.
That kind of reminded me of that one time you went on a walk with Bethany to the store and you were watching the road and it looked like it was like glass.
Yeah, and then your shoelaces were getting longer.
Yeah, no, that wasn't even on the road. You know that little like driveway next to the
Sidewalk?
laundry? Yeah, like little sidewalk.
Yeah.
That's what we were walking down, and she was, oh fuck, man. She was like, Hondro, everything is glass. I understand what David was talking about now. And there was
Yeah.
this guy, this like big fat dude that was just walking by us. I was like, bro, you need to shut the fuck up. We need to go back to the apartment.
All right, so to give you some context for that, his girlfriend came to visit and she stayed for a couple weeks. Her and my wife got along very well, and we're sitting out back. And when we first like got acquainted and started talking, I was trying to introduce her into acid by telling her about my experience. And one time I told her about my worst experience at the time was that I told myself that I saw something that looked as if it was clear and it had like a shiny sparkle to it, like it looked like it was glass, but it should not have been glass. And the thought that crossed my mind was everything is glass. And I thought to myself, no, better not have that thought. That's not a good thought to have. So let's just move on through the night. But
that thought.
It's so weird because I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, it's like the road. The concrete on the road will sparkle because there's like little different types of like I don't want to say like crystals, but different types of minerals that.
Yeah, I know what
have
you
a
mean, but it looks like the road,
reflective
like the road is just glass but coated with other shit.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
a shiny. It's something that's not usually shiny.
Yeah.
But it looks shiny because it's got different minerals that are reflective.
Yeah, no, I know
Almost.
exactly what you mean, man.
So it was interesting. But yeah, so back to the story. He comes back from his long ass walk. We thought he disappeared. It's cool. And
Yeah.
then it was so long. And thanks for all the fish, I believe.
Oh, we forgot something when we were outside smoking.
What?
The bricks.
No, the bricks were
that
later.
comes later.
The bricks were later?
Way later. Way later.
So I remember we were outside smoking at some point, and I can't remember which one of y'all it was, but one of y'all was like, "Hey, like, look at all these bricks. Like, they do cool shit."
It was me.
No, I'm pretty sure that was me because I was looking at the brick and I was looking at one certain brick and I was like, yo, seriously, look at this brick. It's got a bunch of different little
That's
fluid
right.
jumping around in it.
That's right, because
And
I said I was staring
literally-
at the area between the bricks.
I literally had to walk up and step onto a ledge and then
I do
like,
remember
reach
that.
my highest I could reach and like touch the brick that I was talking about. I was like, this brick right here.
Yeah.
That one right there.
And then me and Hodge were just sitting there looking at what he's doing, and we're like, "Oh yeah, that is a cool break."
Yeah, that is a cool brick. So we introduced ourselves to the brick, but like we ended up just like leaving the brick. So the brick is one of our main attractions. This sounds completely insane, and it is. Don't worry. But
Oh yeah, we're
so the brick was one of our main attractions. We go back inside. So we go back and forth from the living room to the kitchen to the back door area where we can smoke. So what we do is we go from the living room, watching TV, doing what everyone do, joking around, looking at the fucking ceiling, haha, eating food in the kitchen and smoking outside. So the brick was the main attraction outside. The table was the main attraction inside because we had the llama or the fox, whatever you saw. I saw a fox, they saw a llama. They saw the llama, they were content. I see the llama too, I saw it. I've also seen the llama, but also from my perspective, I showed them the fox, but they didn't see the fox. I don't know. That must just be me. It's what I saw, what my mind chose to see.
Well, not Bethany saw a fox too.
It's just I just saw the snout really. What you saw as the shadow for the neck was the snout for me.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so nobody has any idea what we're talking about. It's all good. Don't worry about it.
dude. I don't even know if I have any idea what you're talking about.
That was our main interest. So we had either the TV in the living room, the llama on the table, or food in the kitchen, or outside smoking and talking to the bricks, or looking at the trees dancing and doing the fiddly bits.
I did like the tree. I sat in that little purple chair and I would look up because you were across from me and Handro was right here. We were kind of sitting in a triangle on our little lawn chairs, and I had the tree right here. And I was just looking at the tree. Handro wanted there because he wanted to look
That's what
up
I'm
at the
trying to tell you.
bricks.
So the next part of this story would be so long and thanks for all the fish. So
Oh,
we get into Hitchhiker's Guide for the Galaxy. You were like, "Yo, my dad wanted me to watch this movie if I ever got to do something like this. So let's watch this movie." And I'm so glad we did because it was a fantastic fucking movie.
Bro, I fucking laughed my ass off at that fucking movie.
Fucking, that was a great movie. Especially, like, it's a good movie on its own, in my opinion. But then you throw in, inhibitions to your brain, and it becomes a better movie.
Dude, I will say with confidence that I have never seen Spaceballs sober, and I do not know what happens in that movie. All I know is I laughed my ass off the whole fucking time, all 3 times we watched it. Spaceballs.
Oh, Spaceballs. Yeah.
I that movie, I don't know what happens. I don't know anything about it. All I know is I fucking laughed my ass off. I microdosed mushrooms. I don't know if I told you that.
No, you didn't tell us.
Uh,
Take some mushrooms? That's nice.
Yeah, I took a little tiny piece of my chocolate bar.
I missed that laugh, Andy.
You guys some motherfuckers. Don't keep in that I'm doing that. You bleep that out.
Permission denied.
Dude, we're just gonna suddenly have to cut shit out, and it's just gonna be a fucking
choppy ass video. However, anyways, moving on from watching fucking Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Oh, that's a big rip.
I'm boinked. Pretty dead. Pretty much just took a fat rippy of the whippity whips and
Dude, it's actually pretty sweet. I got some free weed.
nice.
I mean, I can't say at a job that I used to work.
that's cool. Just tell us about your experience. I want to hear about you smoking pot.
Oh, well, there was a vape pen one time, and
I
I
just
took
want to know
like,
your experiences because I know you've never smoked weed before. Whenever you were hanging out with us, so
well, I smoked once with y'all, and I smoked once before that.
But she didn't really feel anything, is what you told us.
Yeah,
Well, not.
I mean, I felt kind of lightheaded. But like this time, I don't. I think it was a mixture. It was a blend with sativa and indica. This place that I used to work, they had a vape pen, and I hit it a couple of times because we're all sitting out there like we go out and smoke, and so I hit it like 3 or 4 times, and then I went back in, and I had to cut something, but my hands started shaking uncontrollably, and I had a really sharp kitchen knife that I was trying to cut like onions very fine. I was really scared that I was gonna cut like the tip of my finger off. Um, there was another time somebody brought some beautifully like I think that they were better than your blunts, David. Uh, but they
Ooh.
brought
I
those out
won't
there.
be hurt by that or anything.
Yeah. Well,
He
and they
did
came
rank
up with
it pretty high.
and they were beautiful, and we just like passed it around little smoke area. It was pretty fucking cool.
So you're a regular smoker now?
No, because I have to get a
Oh.
job
So,
Yeah.
and fucking.
well, you can be a regular smoker and get a job at the same time. It's just a little more stressful whenever you're taking your piss test.
All right. So I think at this point I was getting kind of bored being downstairs, and I really wanted to listen to music. So I'd gone upstairs and I started listening to still my favorite album ever. And there's one particular song that always reminds me of tripping, but Acid Rap by Chance the Rapper. Still my favorite album ever. And I remember I just laid down in my bed upstairs on my kaleidoscope sheets, which, oh, it was fucking awesome.
I still have
And
those sheets.
you do? Do they still
Still
kick
have
ass while you're tripping? But I remember I was laying upstairs and I, for some reason, got the urge to call my dad. I was like,
Papito.
I mean, he's like, because he did some drugs whenever he was younger. Not going to go into details, of course, because it's not my story to tell.
It's
And
so
he was-
cool that you and your dad could actually talk about doing that.
Yeah.
That was fucking awesome. Because I wish I could call my dad and just be like, Dad, I'm tripping. What the fuck is up, dude? And he'd just be like, hell yeah, man, that's awesome. If I call my dad and be like, hey, Dad, I'm tripping. What the fuck is up, dude? What are you doing? He'd be like, it's fucking 9:30. I got work in the morning. What the fuck are you calling me for? Leave me alone, you fucking bum. Like, my dad's a fucking strict asshole. I mean, he would be cool about it if I was like sitting next to him and talking to him about it. I've talked to him about tripping before, but like, I just never like called my dad. He's not a real talkative person. But that's
Yeah.
pretty cool, man. I thought that was awesome. I'm sorry, I cut you off. Keep going.
Yeah, I talked to him for a little bit. I think at one point I went back downstairs, and that's whenever I started talking to the fucking brick. I didn't talk to it like verbally. I think I maybe said 3 words to it, but it was like I
magic
was
brick.
sending my emotions to the brick, and the brick was sending back emotions.
What is the brick feeling?
Now, see,
Uh,
I'm gonna be real with y'all right now because this has been a question that's stuck with me for a long time.
Tell
I've
me.
asked him so many times, what was the brick telling you? And he said, I don't know. You just have to ask me some other. I don't know. You gave me some like quizzical ass answer. He was like, he's like, I don't know. I guess it's a story for some other time or some shit. He basically just told me, I'll tell you some other time or some shit like that. He just never told me the answer. It would just bother the fuck out of me. And this motherfucker skipped a golden part of the story. He didn't just go upstairs and lay in his room. He decided he was going to grab a sheet from inside of his room and go outside and drop a sheet on the ground.
Oh,
and
that's
lay on the
right.
ground and stare at the fucking sky for a little bit. That was his fucking jam for a good hour. That motherfucker laid in the backyard in Sector VA like it was just perfect. I don't know.
Well, because my
It was-
dad, he told me to listen to this song, and so after I finished Acid Rap for like the second time, I fucking started just listening to this song on repeat. And that's whenever I
Nice.
was like, man, this is like a space song. I need to go outside.
That shit blew up, bro. Go ahead, I'm
I
sorry.
told you, dude, it's blowing up stars and shit.
Every time, bro.
Yeah.
Keep going
So I
past
went into
the
like the
space
little
stuff.
linen closet that we had next to the bathroom, and I grabbed a sheet and I just fucking took that shit out there because I was like, I want to look at the stars. It was kind of cloudy, which sucked dick, but there were still some stars out. And so I was just sitting there listening to the song on repeat and staring at the stars and talking to the brick. And by the way, here you go, Hippie. The question that I asked the brick. You can finally have closure in your life now.
Holy fucking shit.
This is gonna sound dumb as fuck.
This is
and
groundbreaking.
cheesy as shit.
I don't care.
I asked the brick. I was like, "Hey, are me and Bethany gonna be happy?"
Aww.
And then that's never I laid down on the ground on the sheet, and I was staring up at the stars, and I just got this overwhelming euphoric feeling of happiness and joy. And I was like, that's the answer.
Did you
That's
cry
the
though?
correct answer. I didn't.
Oh, well, I mean, it's good enough. Good enough.
Yeah.
That's how you. I mean, that for me, I've had experiences where I wasn't even tripping, but I've like asked myself questions, and I've just been touched by a fucking emotion so much that it just made me start crying to know that was the answer.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I asked my mom though. That's I guess a different story. That's a different situation. Never mind.
Yeah. My mom's not a brick.
and
And she's still alive.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Damn, I was hoping that'd be
I'm not Catholic or whatever, but
Fuck, I was hoping that
Well,
was gonna
I'll
come
say-
off funny, but that came off with me sounding like a dick.
don't worry about it, man. Testicles, spectacles, wallet, march. You know that.
Alright.
Have you ever seen that? I can't remember how that goes. It's from
Gran
Gran
Torino.
Torino.
Yeah,
It's
it was
like
like
testicles, spectacles, wallet, and watch.
I think it's spectacles, testicles, wallet, and watch.
Yeah, I don't know how it goes. I'm
I
not
think that's what it
Catholic,
is. I don't know. I haven't seen that maybe in a minute.
That's a great fucking movie.
It is. But that was the question that I asked the brick. And I mean, there were a couple other questions that I can't fucking remember because, you know, I was high. But I remember also as I was laying there, there was a single star in the sky. I've told y'all about this. And then out of nowhere, there was just this red line that ran across the entirety of the sky as far as I could see, like from the horizon to horizon. And I just sat there and I was plucking it like a guitar string. And it was moving it along, and like I was playing it with the music that I was listening to. And that was a good feeling too.
That's
The
dope.
tree seemed infinite. Because you know that big ass tree in behind the neighbor's yard
I know exactly
that
what you're
reaches
talking
over into
about.
ours? Yeah, it just looked infinite up into the sky.
That's insane.
That was cool as fuck. And then y'all
See,
kept y'all
I
kept
wish I
coming out
would have
and
came
checking
out
on
there.
me.
And, yeah, I wish instead of just coming out there and checking on you, I wish I would have joined you. But I don't know. I like warmer climates, and it was warm inside, and it was just drafty and cooler outside, and I didn't want to be outside laying on the ground.
Yeah,
I wish I would have
well,
opened my mind and laid out there for a while with you, and just
It
been
felt-
like, "Fuck yeah, this is cool, dude. I'm gonna stick around for a minute."
I sat in the chair for a little while and I went through like a pack of American Spirits.
You do that. That's like your fucking main thing you do. If you sit outside for any point in time for any long endeavor, it's a pack of American Spirits with you.
Yeah.
It's just fuck it. Fuck my lungs. I don't give a shit.
Every time I'm
Facts.
tripping, I fucking I smoke a whole pack of American Spirits.
Yeah, no, because I remember y'all just came out and like y'all check on me and be like, hey, you doing all right? And I was like, yeah, y'all should come out and join me. And then y'all always like, nah. And I came to this conclusion the first time that I tripped. I learned that people have a different trip that they go for. Me and David are kind of the same, where we want to like make our own way, and we kind of want to be doing what we want to do.
That makes sense.
I
I
would
understand that now so much now. Oh my god.
I would consider us trip leads. So like the reason that I went upstairs, the reason that I went outside was because I wasn't enjoying what you were doing. You were enjoying what you were doing, but I had something else that I would have enjoyed more.
That
Indy
makes so
is
much sense.
yeah, Indy is more of a like go with the flow, like he's just content.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're making me feel bad now because I feel like I'm just the guy that's like, no, we're doing this and this is how it's gonna go.
Nah,
And you're
man.
like,
I'm the
I was
fucking.
cool, dude.
I'm the.
I'm gonna go upstairs and listen to this album and talk to my dad, and then I'm gonna go outside and lay at the stars, and I'm gonna fucking.
Hey, man. We
cool
all had
without
a
you.
we all had a fucking good time, you know.
Yeah,
Oh no, that's
yeah,
true.
Yeah,
for
that's
sure.
totally okay. We just had like we're both that way whenever we're tripping. Like you want to do what you were going to do, and there's nothing that can really change your mind, and I want to do what I want to do, and there's nothing that's really going to change my mind.
That's true.
So I mean, it's not like either of us imposing or like being an asshole. It's
No, that's
just,
true. That's why I was saying I wish I would have like chose to come out there and lay with you at least for some point of the night, because
Yeah.
that sounded like it was a cool fucking time.
oh,
It
it's a
nice
fucking
time.
blast.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And I can't remember. I think at one point I came inside and y'all were listening to some like old Boston accented comedian who was talking about doing drugs at
Oh,
a
it was
Joey Diaz.
Diaz.
yeah.
Joey Diaz.
And I
Joey
remember
Coco
looking at the
Diaz.
fucking like because all that it was letters on the screen, and they kept changing colors for me and like melting and moving around.
I think I found this on it was on Pandora on my Xbox. I had Pandora on my Xbox and I pulled it up and it was a Joey Coco Diaz Testicle Testaments. And it just said Testicle Testaments and it had Joey Coco Diaz it said you can't eat pussy with asthma.
You can't eat pussy with asthma. Yeah.
You can't eat pussy with asthma. That's one of his stand-up specials, and it was one of on that is it was one of his testicle testaments, and he's just talking about his experiences in life, and I just really fuck with that comedian, man. He doesn't really just give you a stand-up set. He also gives you something to take home, a little life experience to take home too. I fuck with that. He's a good comedian. I like that, man.
Yeah.
Joey, if you're listening, if you ever get a hold of this podcast, I'd love to be on the Church of What's Happening Now. That's his podcast. And shit, man, he's one of my idols. I like that, man. He's cool.
Yeah, I remember I went inside and I was vibing with y'all for a little bit because I was done being outside. I think I went back upstairs or something. Now, something that I will say, I noticed this. I'm pretty sure this was after the time that I had to go to Portsmouth for my mental health stuff. I remember because I kept my gun in my closet at the time, and every time that I'd look at,
if you'd like me to, I can cut this out.
no, you're fine. I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
Like I would look at my closet, and it would seem like shaded tentacles, like of evilness, were like protruding from my closet. And every time I'd look at it, it was kind of like whenever you're like you'd look back at me and Jymoki, and you'd see us like, "Hey man, how you doing?" You'd be like, "Oh!" That's like what I would do. I was like, "Oh fuck, all right, not gonna look at that. We're gonna distract ourselves with something else." So that's what I would do. But I remember that is something that I vividly remember is that there were like some evil force was in my closet. But that's aside the fact.
I'm not sure if you ever told me that. I think you may have told me something like that. I wish you would have told me that. But that's a good way for you to have an omen or a sign, because I don't think that anything in life that mythology from Greeks and shit, this just doesn't come up from fucking nothing. They could come from a good writer or something like that. But all these like the karma and all these different cultures and shit that have different meanings for life, I like to use them as they come to benefit me. And if you see something that you represent as a bad omen, or you can see that may cause something bad to come in your life, it's good for you to act on it. But also think it's inevitable. So something bad is going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And something bad did happen, right?
Yeah.
So for me, what happened after that was we had a bad experience, and then shit fucking hit the fan.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly. For me, something really similar happened. I had a bad dream that my mom's necklace here broke while I was at work.
Mm-hmm.
Came undone, and it was all over. The ashes were everywhere. And I remember seeing it. Necklace was off my neck on the ground on a barge. It was raining, storm and lightning, blah, blah, blah. And I just saw the necklace, and it was broke, and the ashes were out, and they were muddy. And I was just fucking defeated.
Mm.
So I did not wear my necklace to work for that day. Next day, I find out I got laid off my job. So bad omens are fucking real.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have a bad omen like that, it just means something might be occurring in your life that you either can't control, you're afraid of, like especially a monster. It could be a dream, and this is what plays into your subconscious. So acid plays with your subconscious, and you see anything that's dark, like a dark room, like shade. You have your mind able to play with things. So that's why I like to trip at night, because if you're in a dark room, you close your eyes, you can see whatever you want to see just about, because your mind creates whatever the fuck you want to see.
Yeah, it creates your reality.
It creates your reality. So what you're doing is you're looking in that room, and that's your reality. You're seeing what you really think. So that gives you the better idea of what you can't normally understand because your subconscious is more coming to life,
Mm-hmm.
especially during your acid trip. So it kind of gives you a better insight to things that you don't want to actually like come to terms with, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, well, that's something that my dad definitely hit on. Whenever I called him that night, was I was like talking to him, and he was telling me that acid is demonized, and occasionally we do have trip number twos with your boy Hippie over there. Uh, like it's a great thing, and I think that more people should try it, and because it lets you look deeper into your soul, into your being, and show you, in my opinion, true happiness. Because I think both of y'all can attest to this. I was definitely a happier person after that first time that we tripped.
Yeah.
I definitely like opened up more, and was more outgoing than before.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I was trying to say before. I'm glad that it happened, and it hurts my soul that how shit turned out because we were doing acid every like 2 weeks. It was our little ritual, and I just wish that I wouldn't let hubris fucking taunt me so much. Like I just flew too close to the sun and got burnt bad.
Yeah, so I think that certain things happen for a reason. Not everything, because you can't explain everything. God sitting up there stoned as fuck, like, hey, what if Biden was president?
Dude, man, y'all are some good friends of mine. I don't really have a whole lot of good friends. I was looking forward to the podcast. I was kind of let down. I didn't get to do it the other couple nights, but we had a good time, and I'm glad we got to learn what the brick was talking about.
That was groundbreaking.
It was really groundbreaking. It was brick shattering.
Break shattering.
Earth shit. Man, this has to probably be like y'all's most emotional episode y'all have ever done, huh?
Probably, yeah. You definitely made me upset.
Wait, upset? But damn, well,
Not
fuck.
upset. You definitely plucked at the heartstrings, my dude.
Yeah. Well, it is what it is.
You guys, I've had a lot of intense times with you guys, and I just been a lot. I've been very emotional lately, just because of my life itself, dude. I haven't said this yet, but here's a recap from last week's episode. I did this in the edits, and you'll see it if you watch the episode. So whenever Cumface was talking about tripping to Wizard of Oz and Dark Side of the Moon,
Oh yeah, tell
we
me how that
actually
went.
yeah, we actually did that the next day. Explosion. We actually did that the next day. It was just like that. It was pretty fucking cool. So
Nice.
we went over to his planet and we hopped over in his ship, and he had like this dope ass fucking setup. The lights are going crazy, and then the speakers were everywhere, playing Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon. And it only goes through about half of the movie, maybe a little less of Wizard of Oz, but it just starts off dope. It's like you feel it in your fucking heart because it's just like it's literally just the drums are just playing to your fucking heart, like a little literal heartbeat, and it just keeps building up, and then you go into the music and you just feel the sounds because it's just like noises you know and you're familiar with, and they play onto it with your heartstrings. It's just a good fucking sound. It's unnerving at the same time as it's
It's a little eerie.
quizzical.
Oh yeah,
Eerie,
no, like
eerie and quizzical, and you're like, man, this is really good to listen to, especially whenever you're watching black and white Wizard of Oz. And dude, whenever it goes into color, it's whenever it goes into his shit talking about like his life and his the lead singer's life. Whenever he finally gets his money and shit, and it's like money.
It's a crime.
Yeah, bro, it's fucking.
I fucking love that. I love that song.
It plays so well. If you play the album out with as the show goes perfectly with the album. It's so beautiful, and it made me remember I used to watch Wizard of Oz when I was a kid. I forgot it. Like, not just like, oh yeah, I watched it once or twice when I was a kid. I used to watch it every morning without fail before I went to preschool, before I went to school. Whenever I was in like daycare, and they took care of you for the whole day, I used to watch that show, that whole movie without fail before I went to daycare. I would not watch it. I would not go to daycare without watching that movie in the morning.
Whoa.
I wouldn't obviously I would not get through it, but I completely forgot about that. And just like you said in the last episode, it'll make you have nostalgic thoughts, and you'll remember shit that you weren't even thinking about before.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy because you completely forget about things because you move on with your life and you get rid of excess bullshit thoughts that you don't need to have anymore, and then you just make room for new shit, new information you have to take in every day. You're like, damn, I gotta make information for this new job I got. I got to remember how this works, and that works, and I gotta forget who the fuck won Total Drama Island whenever I was a kid or whatever, So, that's how your mind works. You forget bullshit that you don't need, and then you're stuck with your thoughts you got now.
Mm-hmm.
It just be like that.
Oh, wow, what's this right here? Another beer? There's so much fucking beer in space, dude. Get the t-shirt with that.
Dude,
You
yes.
want to make a t-shirt with me just like, dude, there's so much fucking beer in space.
There's so
just
much.
gonna say those words.
There's so much beer in space.
Because every time we're on the podcast, I'm drinking beer.
Mm.
Space Rangers are always
I want
drinking
to.
beer, so.
I want a shirt with. I want a Pizza Planet shirt that's a $7 cheeser.
Fucking found it. So we got $7 cheeser with the Pizza Planet, and instead of you being the fucking the alien man, you're just gonna be you. And then instead, there's just gonna be me on a t-shirt with a bunch of beer in my hand, and I'm gonna say there's so much fucking beer in space.
Dude, honestly, I am 100% down to do the merch store for this. If this ever goes big, I will 100% do a merch store, and I'll do everything for it.
I don't know. It was just a dumb idea I had, really. It's kind of like the same idea of me sitting here and then like the light of the lion coming out being anchored down to a rock that says burdens.
Whoa.
It's the same idea of me being like, I fucking had a meditation during my trip where I went, like, I rested my forehead against a lion. Like, I was like, oh. I don't know. It's. I feel very connected to lions. I feel like I am a lion. I don't know. It's definitely. I mean, it makes.
This is the way you said that was really funny, dude. I'm so connected to lions. I think I'm a lion.
Yo, why you built like a lion though?
Dude.
That's why. Because I am a lion. That's why I'm growing my hair out to have a
Holy shit!
man.
All right,
Hold on.
lion, and then we got a tiger, and then since I'm a big hairy fat dude, bear.
What's up?
So we got you, the lion, Jymoki, the
Jymoki.
tiger,
I'm a tiger. Hell yeah.
and then since I'm a big fat hairy dude, I'm a bear. So lions and tigers and bears.
Big hairy gay dude. The bear.
Big gay man.
Okay. All right, yeah. All right.
Okay, big gay man.
Jymoki,
Fuck you guys.
who's getting more action on the daily? So how does that make me gay, bro?
Of Mr.
Here,
Ross.
I'm gonna give Bethany the headset real quick.
Oh, hello.
It's Mr.
You
Ross.
got Bob Ross motherfucking to Stuffy Bear.
I do. What's up, Bethany? How we fucking doing? Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to the podcast.
That's Indy and David.
Yeah.
No, he's totally right. He gets lots of action, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
I get so much puss on the daily. I'm swimming in puss.
I'm a poster.
Oh my god, he's a poster.
Oh shit.
I'm a
David's
poster.
That was from our episode 0.
Yeah. I'm a poster.
I'm a poster.
Love you.
Bye, Bethany.
Bye, Bethany. She says goodbye.
Bye. Bye.
Dude, I got so much sleep last night. I don't know why I'm tired right now.
Because
I'm
you're
not tired at all. I slept pretty good last night, but I woke up because the baby man, the king of the quasars, just woke me up. He was just like kneading at the blanket, and he was just fucking me up. I woke up, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, oh, it's him. And I left on it. And I went, you ever seen that video? I might have to post it. I might have to like slide it in here. Whenever the dude's riding on the bike, he's like, yeah. And then he's like, it was like when my cousin sees me and dude's driving his car and he's videoing his cousin riding on his bike next to him. And then the cousin looks over and he's like,
He's like, please cut this out, dude, because I don't want my political views out there. I definitely don't want that.
Permission denied.
But he's,
so
you just picked him
his
up.
belly's white, right? His belly's white, right? Oh, his back's black, right? Or his back's gray, right? So therefore, he is Big Chungus because he looks just like. He looks just like Bugs Bunny.
Oh, you
Bro, he looks so much
Chungus.
like my neighbor's cat.
He's big, bro. He's a fucking hefty boy.
All right, I'm going to smoke some Mary Jane.
All right,
Oh shit!
yeah,
Long.
I will return.
Long boy.
Look at the long
Go
boy.
get it.
Long boy.
Bro, he's just sitting there vibing.
I love him. Women are not the easiest to figure out, but I do know one thing. Whenever they want to yell at you, they'll come yell at you. I don't know if you know or not, but boot camp could have taught you this real easily. Space Rangers boot camp will teach you how easy it is to think under pressure. Yeah, and he's screaming at you, and he's like, what the fuck is 5 times 5? What the fuck is 5 times 5? How easy is it going to be for you to figure that out?
True.
Because you're stressed the fuck out. Somebody's literally screaming at you. You're not thinking clearly because somebody's in your fucking face.
Mm-hmm.
How the fuck are you gonna be able to think clearly on a situation when somebody's literally like stressing you out and pissing you off? If you're in a situation with somebody who's literally like screaming at you 5 minutes before, your adrenaline's still pumping. You're just gonna be like, fuck man, I'm still angry. And then the person can literally get you angry enough to scream at them. So you just have to sometimes walk the fuck away, because if you're in the same fucking vicinity as the person, you're gonna have the same fucking emotions. They hopped in and they're like, I want to be a space ranger, and they go in there and they start yelling at them, and they're like, I don't want to be a space ranger anymore. They just fucking leave because they don't like getting yelled at. So that's how it is.
Shit happens.
Isn't that why? That's why it happens, you know.
Yeah, man.
Well, I mean, some of it we probably can't keep. I'm not sure.
Yeah, this will probably get edited down to like 45 minutes.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching the Space Rangers podcast. That has been episode 3, and our guest here, Punez, the Nunez, the Hondro man, has
Hondro.
had a great time. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Peace, guys.
See y'all next time.
Peace out.